girls.
Okay. Speaking of high-profile relationships, George Clooney was on CBS Mornings and said this to Gayle King about George Clooney's 10-year marriage to Amal. Is that her name? Amal?
Amal, yeah.
Amal, okay. He said, and I quote, "I remember we were here with you once before, and I remember we said we'd never had an argument. We still haven't. We're trying to find something to fight about," said George Clooney, who then added, "I feel so extraordinarily lucky to have met this incredible woman. I feel as if I hit the jackpot. There isn't a day that goes by where I don't think I'm the luckiest man in the world, so it's great."
It's amazing for George,
Okay,
but I
so
find this is just
in
ridiculous.
This relationship, we disagree about 4 or 5 times every day.
I know,
right?
I know tons of couples. I know straight couples. I know gay couples. I know lots of different couples. Everyone, especially when they have kids, there's always, it may not be a drag down, beat up each other fight, but there's always a disagreement. The kid wants to play football. The wife, I think it's too barbaric. Whatever it is, there's always a disagreement. I'm sorry. I would love to know how these people don't have any. And it says that, I read another interview because I read Us Magazine this weekend and a bunch of others, and they were all bringing this up again.
Yeah.
That someone said, a friend of theirs said, well, they wait, they don't step on each other's when they're speaking, they respect each other. Well, that doesn't mean, that sounds like a business arrangement. That sounds like it's my job at work. I don't, my boss, I can't really say anything to my boss. So that's your relationship? I find it hard to believe. It must be a very sterile relationship.
I am calling BS on George Clooney,
Sorry.
and it's Hollywood stereotype BS. When we first moved out here in 2016, our friend Billy Bob Thornton gave us a book about all the past Hollywood scandals dating back to the 20s and 30s. Mm-hmm. And the studios tried to protect the gay actor.
Of course, there was always, they would have, it's the studio system. They would set up the female to go out with the male actor as a beard or whatever, or just put two together because they knew America wanted that couple, but it wasn't a real relationship.
No.
It was for Hollywood.
So George Clooney, they live in Italy, I think.
They live in Lake Como.
Yeah, he's still
and now he's in New
Hollywood.
York doing the Broadway show, but she did not show up.
Okay, so they need
for
to
opening night.
Make the media myth that they never argue, when they probably walked off the set and argued about him saying that publicly, where she said, "How dare you?" After what happened yesterday when we got into it over X, Y, and Z.
Well, he's on Broadway now. He's playing Edward R. Murrow, and apparently she did not show up for opening night. And they said behind the scenes he was a little mad about it, but they also said that, she decided to stay with the kids in Italy.
Oh.
So
your
husband is opening Broadway night?
I don't know.
I find that hard to believe. But they said that she's tired of always having to do what he says.
Well, there's another one.
Right, but...
So you don't think they've had any discussions about this?
Friends. My sister and I fight.
Do
my
you?
Best
I
friend
hear it
and
on the phone like 5 times a day. They're screaming at each other, and then all of a sudden, you call her back 10 minutes later, and it's like, hey, what's going on?
Right. My best friend, Francesca. We never had really, I've known her for over 20-something years, but we don't fight, but we disagree about stuff. I'll say, really? I don't think that. Yeah, I think that. Everybody does. It's normal.
It is kind of the lifeblood of a relationship.
You have to. Do you want to have pizza tonight? No, I'd rather have, let's go and get Chinese food or something.
Want to watch Mobland tonight?
No.
It's too bloody. Come on, just watch one.
Right.
Because it's getting really good.
That.
We're going to get to that in just a moment.